Okay. What I would like to invite everyone to do for a moment is just get up from wherever you are. I'm going to stay where I am, but just get up, stand up, let your body have a little bit of a shake. If you don't want to stand up, you can just do it sitting down, which I'm doing because I don't want to interfere completely to my setup, but just give your body a little bit of a shake. Take your hands up to the sky, give your arms a shake, maybe give your hips a little wiggle. Just release some of this tension that we're holding from sitting listening, and then come to sit back down. And once you sit back down, you can take your shoulders and give them a little roll backwards and a little roll forwards. You're maybe finding just a little stretch over to one side and maybe a little stretch over to the other. This is where you realize if you've set yourself up with stuff in the way. And then you're going to interlace your hands, push your hands away from you, and then take your hands up to the sky, a long stretch up through the side body, and then release. Great. It's just enough to bring a little bit of a shift from sitting very still. And now I'm going to invite you to find any position that feels comfortable in your environment where you can have a nice upright spine. So I like to be comfy. I'm on my sofa and I've got crossed legs and I've just got a pillow behind me so that I'm sitting up nice and tall. And then welcome to take your hands and drop them somewhere on your body, probably on your lap. And what I find is if I want to ground myself, if energy's been a little bit high, I normally have my palms face down as if I'm just connecting back into myself, into the earth. And if I'm feeling like I want to invite a little bit more external energy into my body, if I'm feeling a bit sluggish and tired at this point, then I would spin my palms to face up and rest the back of my hands on my knees. So you get to choose, and I can't see your hands, so I have no idea how everyone's feeling. But once you've made that decision for yourself, I'm going to invite you to close down your eyes. But for anyone that feels anxious with eyes closed, you can find a soft gaze, just lowering your gaze down and let your eyelids soften. And once you get into this space, just notice how you're feeling. That's all. Taking a broad sweep through your body, and maybe there's some points of tension that you're aware of. There's some gentle aches or pains, or there's just a vibrancy, something that you're being alerted to pay attention to or take note of. And our bodies change all the time, never showing up in the same way, dependent on what you've been doing previous days or weeks, how you're feeling, activities you're involved in, the mental load you're carrying. So just noticing what's there. And then we can take this equally broad sweep through the mental landscape, just checking in with where your energy is at the moment, anything that you're thinking of. So we have between 60 and 80,000 thoughts a day. And 95% of those are repeated thoughts, which is why we really get stuck in these loops. Sometimes we can get stuck in these negative narrative loops, and it can be quite difficult to jump out. But the breath is a great way to help ourselves to do this. But for now, just check what's there without judgment, without trying to change it or push yourself to be different. Okay, great. And now I'm going to invite you just to take a nice deep breath in as if you were breathing into the very base of your spine. And then let your belly open up and expand like a balloon as the breath then starts to draw up to your lungs, left and right rib cage. Pause at the top and through your nose, let a long, slow breath out. Just gently, the breath is whispering all the way out of the body until you find yourself empty. And then when you're ready again, we're going to do another nice deep grounding breath from the base of your spine. Breathing into your belly, let your belly relax and soften like a wee Buddha belly. And then the breath gently tiptoes up again, broadening across the back of your ribs, up towards your collarbones. Pause there. And a slow breath out when you're ready. At the end of that exhale, we're going to do one more nice grounding breath. So breathing in, base of the spine, belly, lower ribs, mid ribs, chest, collarbones. Relax your shoulders and your face. Pause there. And a slow breath out. And stay with your eyes closed, just in this little space that you've created for yourself. And just notice how you're feeling now after these 3 grounding breaths. Allowing your breath just to come naturally in and out of your nose. And then I'd like you to take this opportunity just to set a little intention for this short practice. So it might be something that you would like to invite more of in your day. An opportunity for you to invite a little bit more calmness, a little bit more centering. You might be feeling lethargic and be looking to lift your energy, have a little bit more vibrancy. You might just want to be thinking about having an awareness of that sort of internal weather report so that you can then make some good choices for the rest of your day. You might want to invite a bit more joy, spaciousness, freedom, consciousness. So just holding that space of intention in your mind. Nice. Now you can stay with your eyes closed, or if it's helpful to open them just for a few moments while I explain what we're going to do next, we're going to bring a little energizing breath in. So I'm going to take my hands from my body and I'm going to place one onto my chest space or heart space and the other one onto my belly. And what we're going to do is we're going to breathe into the belly hand, then breathe into the chest hand, then we're going to actively breathe out through the nose. And all of this is going to be done through the nose. So we're just gently pausing the inhale. So we're going to go belly, chest, exhale, belly, chest, exhale, belly, chest, exhale, belly, chest, exhale. Keep going. So belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. Face relaxed, belly, chest, exhale. Shoulders relaxed, belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. It's a breath in, out, in, out. Keep going in, out, in, out. So carry on, just finding that rhythm. And we're just inviting a little bit more energy in this breath. It's a little bit more uplifting. There's a bit of activity here. So in a sense, we're activating the sympathetic nervous system. It gets a lot of flack. But if we didn't have a sympathetic nervous system, we wouldn't be able to get out of bed and be motivated to do anything at all. So we really need to look at finding the balance between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. And of course, when we're feeling stressed and overwhelmed and in overdrive, normally we have got too much sympathetic tone going on. And then we need to look at bringing in this parasympathetic rest digest state. We're going to go with 3 more rounds of the belly chest exhale. So just letting yourself build a little bit more energy into the body. And then the last round, belly, chest, exhale. And then drop your hands back either on your lap or palms facing up, eyes closed, and take a little moment here just to feel into the body. Notice any shifts or changes. Maybe there's a little bit more energy that's been invited. Maybe there's a sense of that joyful uplifting.